Now, listen, we know Teofimo Lopez was a beast at 135. My question is Teofimo an elite fighter at 140?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think all these guys know it. So when they're talking, if you notice, now that I came into the division, more people talking about 140. A lot of people talking smack now. Progress is now starting to talk more. You know what I mean? Like Reach is starting to talk more. He's always been that type, but no one really got him out that comfort zone, you know? But I talk my shit too, and he know that. So when that time come, I'm a real dog too, you know, when it comes to everything. And I just think that when it comes to stylistic fights and everything, I'm too fast for these guys. Way too fast. They're too how can I say, they're too forward. You know? They're so easy to figure out, man. And I just can't wait to display that when we get these fights going. I am that guy. I am that guy. I am the best. You know, forget the rest. And fuck all these guys at 140 because they ain't got shit on Teofimo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, and analyze, and talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one. Recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for tuning into the Flash Lives, premieres of my videos such as this, you know, commenting in the comment sections of the videos. Playback family, salute, man, to everybody. Thank you so much for rocking with us, man. That's what it's about. If you're new to the platform, if you love the sport of boxing, this is the place for you. No drama. Nah, man, we don't have time for that with other platforms. No way. We just talk about sport of boxing. So go ahead and subscribe, etc., etc. Man, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this one, man. Teofimo is talking spicy. Talking spicy. I like it, okay? You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to talk about this, man. I pushed a video recently talking about when, you know, in the lead up to the Regis Prograis versus a payday fight, talking about how Regis Prograis, you know, started talking about Teofimo Lopez, and how I explained in that video that I don't think Teofimo is going to want to fight Prograis. But now, hey, interesting stuff. I like it. I like the talk, man. Teofimo, you know, lashing back about Prograis and just generally the 140-pound division. Brian Custer, salute, man. You know, a wonderful podcast that he has. Go subscribe to him. Go check him out, man. I'm sure everybody is, you know what I'm saying? But check him out, man, definitely. And the link in the description of that audio snippet, you know what I'm saying, of that interview, there's a lot of things that they talked about, man, really. I mean, great interview. Like, you know, Brian Custer, man, he pushes some wonderful content, you know what I'm saying, with these fighters and the questions, man, I love it. And he constantly, man, shouts out to Brian Custer. I've said this several times before already, but, you know, I'm really appreciative, you know, on Brian Custer and him, you know, asking my questions constantly, man, when it comes to fighters and questions out there. So, man, salute to Brian Custer, definitely, man. And they talked about a lot of stuff there. And one of the things that they talked about is Teofimo in 140, man, because obviously we know that he's at 140. Now, yeah, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I said this before, I've said this several times, that 140, it's going to be hot, man. Wonderfully hot, man. I love this stuff. Now, I want to talk about a couple things that Teofimo Lopez is saying. Now, and one of the questions I had, right? The question I had that, you know, Brian Custer asked Teofimo about the mentals, right? How he's doing mentally, how he, you know, and I said this before too. I said this before, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to hear it from his mouth. I wanted to hear it from Teofimo himself, you know what I'm saying? I've said it before how, you know, Teofimo, it looks like he has his head on straight now concerning, you know, he was going through some issues. You already know it. Now I've already talked about that before several times, you know what I'm saying? It seems like this is the Teo that, you know, on the lead up to the Lomachenko fight. This is what I see, man. You know, I gotta bring this out, you know what I'm saying? That this is what I see in Teofimo concerning the way he talks, what he's saying, how he's speaking. He's not speaking like, you know, he did after he beat Lomachenko. I mean, you could tell a difference. He seems more level-headed, the way he speaks, you know what I'm saying? You know, more mature about it, you know what I'm saying? Really determined and motivated. He was doing the same. Y'all go back, man. He was doing the same in the lead up to the Lomachenko fight. And way before the Lomachenko fight, like the way he spoke, talking about the takeover, this is it, takeover. Now, the question is this. Is it the Fakeover? Because I know a lot of people out there can say the Fakeover, you know, the names they call these fighters sometimes, right? But the Fakeover or the Takeover 2.0, because Teofimo's talking about this is Takeover 2.0. He's talking about, man, I mean, that's how fighters talk, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm saying. I like the talk, man. I like how Teofimo's coming with that aggressive fashion, man. And he don't care what name it is. He wants to go. And Prograis is one of these guys. Prograis and Teo been going back and forth, you know, in interviews or whatever, right? Talking about, I'm going to take him to the ER. If he fights me in the, you know, if he meets me in that ring, I'm going to knock him out. I'll take him to the ER. I'm going to do this and that. It's heating up between these guys. And in that interview, man, Teofimo talking about, look, you know, and this was before the Cepeda and Progress fight. He was talking about, you know, hopefully they get it on so that we can, you know, so that we can scrap. So he was talking about Teo and Progress, man. Teo was talking about him and Progress, them fighting. So, man, I can't wait. Now, Teofimo Sr., his dad, you know, his dad talks a lot. Yeah, I know. But, you know, Teofimo Jr., right? He agrees with his pops, you know what I'm saying? And they're both in the same mindset concerning 140. Teofimo's talking about, man, he wants to, you know, his shot is going for undisputed at 140. Now, he did mention Taylor. Okay, now, the thing here about Josh Taylor is this, man. I've said it several times, okay? I'm going to reiterate this, and now it's postponed. The whole Catterall, Josh Taylor fight, it's postponed to like March now. Originally, it was February. For whatever reason, I don't really care, you know what I'm saying? It was postponed now till March 2023. Time is ticking on Taylor, man. Time is ticking on Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Triple T. Time is ticking on Taylor. You know, a Triple T. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Josh Taylor, and I've spoken, I've given my 2 cents concerning my opinion regarding Josh Taylor as of late. What he did at 140 is amazing. Freaking undisputed, straight up amazing. You know what I'm saying? But as of late, I don't know, man. I don't know. The time's ticking because you got these young lions that are coming up. Progress just became champ, WBC, 2-time. That's what I'm talking about. 2-time champ, WBC, man. And these guys are coming. You know what I'm saying? And Teofimo's talking about Josh Taylor. We really don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's been low-key. Josh Taylor has been low-key when it comes to who he wants to fight, what's he going to do next. He's been low-key ever since the rematch, ever since the first fight with Catterall. Really low-key. Ever since he got undisputed, as a matter of fact. You know? Started you just, you know, living that comfortable life, you know? And I don't know, man. Gaining weight, you know the story, ladies and gentlemen. It's a killer. Comfort is a killer sometimes, especially in the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Too much comfort, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know about Taylor. I got my eye on him, man. I'm kind of skeptic now, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see, you know what I'm saying? Once the Josh Taylor Catterall rematch comes around, the build-up, press conferences, whatever, I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what he has to say, what his plans are. Moving up to 147, I'm saying this because Teofimo wants to go for Josh Taylor because Josh Taylor obviously has a belt as of now. I think it's WB, whatever it is, right? Y'all know what it is. I think it's WBO or something. I don't know, you know? And then you got a vacant belt. Now, I think this was just announced concerning the vacant belt. I think it's the IBF belt. I think Matias and Ponce, they're like the top two. I think they're going to go, I think it was announced that they're going to fight for that vacant belt. But the point in saying this, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is that Teo wants to go for undisputed. Now, what is it with these fighters, man? I'm telling you, Adrian Broner said it, you know, some time ago. Y'all probably forgot, but I can't mention it when it comes to this topic, that Adrian Broner said it, and it's, of course, it didn't happen. Tank Davis now is talking about it. Now Teofimo's saying it. I like it, but you got to put up on this. You know, all these fighters have to put up. When they say they want to fight 3 times a year, Teofimo said he wants to fight 3 times in 2023. That's awesome, man. But you got to do it. Tank, he said he wants to fight 3 times next year. That's awesome, man. But you got to do it. Great first start, though, for Tank, definitely, against Hector, man. That's some great stuff. Now that Tank is a free agent, let's see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? But why am I saying this? Because Teo's talking about fighting 3 times. And this all came from Canelo. I said this before, man. When it comes to this three fights a year talk, this came from Canelo. You know, it seems like a lot of fighters try to catch on to that. And a lot of them don't put up to that. You know what I'm saying? They don't live up to that. But I want to see this in Teo. If he's going to fight 3 freaking times next year, good stuff. Now, obviously, he has to fight this guy, Sandor Martin, okay? Respect to him. I think it's going to be a great fight. And I got Teo winning. You know, I always do this with predictions when I look to the future, right? But I think I got Teo winning, man. I do. I think it's going to be a nice fight. Nothing against Sandor, but he got skills. And this is another thing here, man. Contemplating this. That's the question. The Fakeover or the Takeover 2.0? What do you think? Type it up, man. Put in the comment section. Please tell me what you think. I think I'm inclining more towards it's going to be the Takeover. I am. You know how I do it, ladies and gentlemen. I criticize fighters, you know, when I see it's necessary to, and I also, and I definitely see what I see in Teo, man. I think he's more level-headed, he's mature. You know, he's grown a lot from that loss against Kambosos, man. And I think he's coming back to prove greatness. We cannot deny, come on now, we cannot deny what he has done at 135. Undisputed, amazing. I'm just kidding, ha! I'm not even gonna dig that up. Unified champ. Top Rank got it right recently. You remember that? Huh? Okay, check it out in my community post. Check it out. I posted it there on my community post, if I remember correctly, when they put... Top Rank recently did it when they were, you know, I think it was when they was gonna fight Campos or whatever that dude's name, Campos, Campa, whatever. You know, they put a clip, former unified champ. It didn't say undisputed anymore. Thank you, Top Rank, you got it right finally. Okay, and if not, I got the proof right there. It should be on my community post. I'm sure it is. Okay, but yeah, man. What I'm saying here is this: 135. We can't deny, man, what Tio did. It was great. I think, you know, on the lead up to Lomachenko, he had some nice fights, man. Nice fights. You know what I'm saying? He worked his way up at 135, ladies and gentlemen. We can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? As silly or as weird, you know, Bud Crawford. I'm just as these fighters act sometimes and what they say sometimes. If they proved it in the ring, if they fought these fighters like Teofimo in this case at 135, I give him his credit, man. I give him his credit. I have to. You know what I'm saying? Beating Lomachenko, come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So what's what I'm trying to say here? I incline more towards Teofimo coming for that takeover at 140. I'm not saying he's going to be undisputed. I'm not saying he's going to, you know, do all that at 140, but I think he's going to really shoot for it, man. I really do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this whole thing with, you know, him originally fighting Pedraza and Pedraza becoming sick all of a sudden, being replaced for Sandor Martin, that's a nice replacement. I think it's even better concerning, you know, Sandor Martin. Why am I saying this? Because I think it's a nice start. Now, Teofimo was talking about fighting early 2023, and then summer 2023, and then towards the end, Heisman night or something like that. I really don't know what that is, guy. I don't watch football, but you know what I'm saying. So Heisman night, okay? So towards the end of the year, 2023. That's that. If he puts up, ladies and gentlemen, we got to give him his respect, and we'll see what opponents he has to fight. Because remember, 140 is no joke. Now, when he's also mentioning in all this comeback, all these interviews he's having, you know what I'm saying? Because he's coming back, man. He's coming back. He's talking about Haney and Tank is not a money fight or whatever, a big fight, right? It's him and Haney. Now, I got to talk about this. Now, in other interviews, I don't know if it was in this one, but whatever interview it was, I think it was in the Brian Custer one, because like I said, there were a lot of things to chop up. There's a lot of things to break down concerning that Brian Custer interview. Like I said, wonderful questions, man. Great information coming out in these interviews that Brian Custer is pushing, man. I think it was there. I just don't remember that. Teofimo is coming out saying that Haney overpriced himself. I don't think that's, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? But I know it's controversial, but his claim was the reason why he didn't fight Haney down at 135 is because Haney overpriced himself. I don't know about that. But why am I saying this and mentioning this? Because you know the whole freaking controversy they have since 135, since Teo was there. You know, I personally think Teo didn't want to fight Haney, man, at that time. But now he's coming back. I'm going to watch Teo, man. Now he's coming back talking about he wants to fight Haney again. Like they ever fought anyway, right? But he's talking about it, right? He wants to. He's bringing this topic up again of fighting Haney. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's the case, man, if that's the case, because now Teo has in his mouth Prograis. And Teo's saying, come on now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to take in consideration what Teo's saying. He's talking spicy. He's talking big here, ladies and gentlemen. I like it, but he has to do it. He has to prove it. Just like I do it with all these fighters. We got to hold these fighters accountable, ladies and gentlemen, to what the freak they're saying. Who the heck they're calling out. Bud Crawford with Mel. Bud Crawford with Spence. Those two, you got to put up or shut up. I pushed a video on that. You check that out. I don't care what fighter it is. I said the same about Tank, too. You know what I'm saying? So, Teo, man, he has Haney in his mouth right now. Quite a bit. And Prograis. Wow. If he puts up to these names, ladies and gentlemen, wow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of hard to call because the politics, and you know the story, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Regis Prograis, I really don't know what his condition is right now concerning, is he under an umbrella, Probellum, Top Rank? No, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know too much about Prograis concerning who he's signed to. Is he a free agent? You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, it seems like he does his own thing. He has Devin Haney under Devin Haney Promotions and does temporary contracts according to who he wants to fight, and his team chooses who they want to fight, whether it be, you know, with Eddie Hearn, DAZN, whether it be with Top Rank, you know, Bob Arum, etc. You know what I'm saying? So he has that freedom. That's what I'm saying here. Haney, it seems like he has that freedom. It seems like Prograis also has a certain amount of freedom as well. So we'll see, because those names. And then Teo talked about 140 that In other words, that they're all easy, man. Like, maybe not easy, but he can see through the styles, that they're go-forward fighters. And that Teofimo is a lot faster than these guys. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to check one of my last videos I talked about with Regis Prograis, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, breaking down the 140 division. It's not a joke, man. 140 is hot. 140 has some warriors there, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be the Takeover? I ask once again. Or the Fakeover? You decide. Now, I want to hear you, man. Definitely. Comment in the comment section of this video, man. And I got to incline towards the Takeover. I got to incline towards that. I'm not saying 100% because there's lots of things that have to be, you know, brought into consideration. We don't know. Many things can happen in 2023. But I like what I'm hearing. I can say that. I like what I'm hearing. So, you know, I think Teofimo's coming back, really. Now, one more time. I got to reiterate this before I conclude. I see the old Teo before he fought Lomachenko. I see that in him, man. I see that in him. And if that's the case, these fighters got to watch out. You know what I'm saying? Now, Prograis and Teo, man. Oh, man, these will be wonderful fights. Freaking Haney and Teo, wonderful fight. Even Taylor and Teo. But we got to see what's going on with Taylor. But we'll see how it goes, man. You know, I've been optimistic about sport, man. I think 2023 is going to be a wonderful year, and I think Teo is going to be part of it. So, hey, what do you guys think? Comment, please. Go ahead and opinionate. Let's chop it up. RENEBOXYOUNG on the platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Like it up, share it up, subscribe it up. Thank you so much for your support. Peace.
Now, listen, we know Teofimo Lopez was a beast at 135. My question is Teofimo an elite fighter at 140?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think all these guys know it. So when they're talking, if you notice, now that I came into the division, more people talking about 140. A lot of people talking smack now. Prograis is now starting to talk more. You know what I mean? Like, Reach is starting to talk more. He's always been that type, but no one really got him out that comfort zone, you know? But I talk my shit too, and he know that. So when that time come, I'm a real dog too, you know, when it comes to everything. And I just think that when it comes to stylistic fights and everything, I'm too fast for these guys. Way too fast. They're too how can I say, they're too forward. You know? They're so easy to figure out, man. And I just can't wait to display that when we get these fights going. I am that guy. I am that guy. I am the best. You know, forget the rest. And fuck all these guys at 140 because they ain't got shit on Teofimo.